Hello, everybody. It is that host guy, Nathan Graham, currently representing that host group. This is just episode 5 of this new podcast, which is hopefully real estate tips and tricks. If you're thinking about buying or selling houses, hopefully you just get some good information out of this. And if you're an agent just looking at a different way of doing some things, then it's a great way of looking at that as well. Now, if you're catching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It does me a huge, huge favor. That would be absolutely awesome. And if you are catching this on Apple or Spotify, then just go ahead and follow it. Keep you updated with what's happening. That would be absolutely great. And as always, if you happen to have any questions, just throw it in the YouTube comments or shoot me an email. Again, I do not have Meter mode up, so I always mess this up, but my scanner thing is somewhere in that area. It is direct contact info to me. So if you happen to have any questions, you can reach out. All right, let's dive into it. Today, we're quickly talking about how we price your house. Now, I'm going to do this in about 5-10 minutes. So hopefully you just get some great information. Now, I really wish in the world of real estate, we got to come in and just give it any price we want. And unfortunately, that is definitely not the case. There are a lot of aspects on the real estate side that we look at when it comes to pricing your home. Number one, the amount of bedrooms, the square footage. What are the updates? What's happening? So first and foremost, you think about it, I think about it in 2 parts. Like the first part is kind of like, what are the features of your home? So let's talk about the bedrooms. Let's talk about the size of the garage, the lot that it's on, and the square footage. Does it have a family room? Things like that. What this is going to do is put you into a range first and foremost. So for example, if you're 1,800 square feet, you might be between the 650 and 700,000 range. And if you're at the 2,500 square feet, you may be between the 950 million, million and a half, whatever case may be. These are just fictitious numbers that I'm coming up with. What my point is it gets you into a range of homes. Now, the first thing I want you to give your realtor a bit of a break on is we don't get to determine what that range is. That range is strictly market, right? That range is the market telling us where you would fit into. So if we happen to see 5 or 10 homes of your model sell within that range, that's where we fit into. We have no say or control over that aspect of it. Now, why have a realtor at all if it's just a range? And this is where we do have a lot of control. Finishes of your home is going to be at either the bottom or the top of that range and what that looks like. So for example, if you're looking at 2,400 square feet, it's a really beat up home, needs new floors, new carpets, the kitchen is from the 1970s, it has a beautiful shag carpet around the toilet, you might be reaching down to that 925-ish range. Now, if you gutted that completely and had Brazilian imported hardwood cherry floors, granite counters, stainless steel appliances, open concept, you did all these massive upgrades, that might push you to the 1,050,000, 1.1 range, right? So all these factors are playing in a role of where you are going to fit into that range, number one. So this is where the staging conversation and everything else comes into play and what your realtor is going to do. Number one, make sure it's completely decluttered. We want to make sure it presents the absolute best that we can on the market and it's going to boost you up to that range, right? So we want to make sure it presents absolutely the best. Number two, we want to make sure the rooms are staged that need to be staged, right? A lot of people have some great furniture in their home and we do not need to replace all of it. A lot of people do not have some great furniture, things that they want to replace when they sell. So we do end up replacing things like that, putting a little bit of photos up, make it as attraction as possible. These are all things that are going to put you to the top of the limit. Now, when it comes to renovations, this is going to be a difference of opinion. I'm going to share with you my opinion. Your realtor might have a different opinion. My opinion is be very careful. I always want to list, obviously, the biggest, most beautiful homes that people spend money on. Having said that, if you have a $100,000 kitchen and the rest of your house is still dated from 1960s, that $100,000 kitchen isn't going to do a whole lot. It's either kind of an all or nothing project in some regards. If you happen to replace, let me back up. So kitchens and bathrooms sell homes. If you're going to go into investment, go ahead into that investment of kitchens and bathrooms sell homes and make sure those are updated. Flooring is a very easy, quick way of doing it. If you're going to sell, do not get the Brazilian imported hardwood cherry. That's not necessarily going to give you a return. Go to Home Depot and find a great hardwood, or depending on the style of home, a great laminate that's currently on sale that looks absolutely fantastic, and you might be able to do your entire property there as an upgrade if you're looking for some small things to spruce up. And paint is going to be a big factor that plays a role into it. Remember, real estate isn't from a buyer perspective, it's an emotional purchase backed up by logic. And so the reason why we talk about neutral colors is because we want every buyer to be able to relate to your home. They want to be able to picture themselves in there. Your home has been your home And we don't want them feeling like they're living in your home. They wanted to create their own. So we look at creating neutral colors, get rid of a lot of the reds, a lot of everything. If you see the walls behind me, for example, these are very, very neutral. Get rid of a lot of things like family photos. Get rid of certain religious aspects may want to come down from the home as well, depending on how much you have. Now, we have a religious home myself, and I wouldn't take down all of it. I would limit those some of what I show. And these are all things that help the buyer connect to your home and help you bring towards the top of that bracket. Okay. Now, the last part that goes into this is now also the marketing of your home, right? So, how are we going to approach it? Who are we going to advertise it to? Are we going to get professional photography in the 3D walkthroughs, the nice video, the drones? Presenting it online is going to get you more buyers and more people walking through. And the more people we have through, the higher price we're going to sell for. Again, it's just quickly supply and demand. If people fall in love with your house, they're going to want to buy it. So marketing your property is going to be a massive, massive boost to what you end up getting for the end sale price. And really, this is in the end what I want you to focus on. So in real estate, you're going to find that there's a lot of different commission structures that are out there. There's different payments. This is our philosophy, and then you take it into whatever realtor you want to go to. There's no philosophy is really right or wrong. It's just how you want to dictate your business. We choose to invest every home into your client. So instead of saving you maybe $5,000 on a commission, we would rather get you to the top of that bracket and earn you an extra $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 towards that top of the bracket and the best presentation we can offer, right? Some realtors do not like to do that. They'd rather save you the $5,000 and then not put anything into the property to help it sell. And this is where you get to make a decision of where you find value. If you don't see value in sprucing up your property, then that's 100% your choice, and you can go ahead with that realtor. Just make sure all that stays accountable and let you know that you're going to fall within a bracket. You cannot do nothing and then be at the top of the bracket, right? If you do, that is extremely lucky, and good job and kudos to you. So going back, these are also factors that I want to play in. Obviously, the higher end the property, the more you want to present it. This is how we price properties. This is how we maximize the value of your property. We're not even talking about negotiation skills yet. We're not talking about everything else. This is just in the presentation and the marketing to bring you to the top of a price bracket. So please, if you guys happen to have any questions, reach out to me, leave a comment. Shoot me an email, shoot me a text. Just let me know who you are. You're going to shoot me a random text. Just like say, hey, I saw your video. My name is so-and-so. It's amazing how many people don't put their names in texts. Again, I am Nathan Graham. Please let me know what you want me to talk about. As of right now, this is how we price a home. And if you need your home price, then just give me a shout. I'm more than happy to come by and do an evaluation for you. It doesn't mean we're working together. It just means we had a great conversation, and we'll see where the relationship ends up. Everyone, have a great day.